Today we're taking a look at the UCLA versus Alabama match, which is happening on Sunday, March 28, 2021 at 7:15 p.m., and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. It's the Sweet 16 in the East region as Alabama takes on UCLA in a 2 versus 11 matchup. The Bruins have won 3 games in this NCAA tournament, dispatching Michigan State, BYU and Abilene Christian, with the last 2 victories coming by double digits. UCLA is trying to match the first 4 to Final Four run by the VCU Rams back in 2011. In the round of 32, the Bruins held Texas Slayer Abilene Christian to 29.8% shooting in a 67-47 win. Meanwhile, Alabama has wins over Iona and Maryland, in which the Crimson Tide flexed their defensive muscles first and then put up 96 points in a convincing victory over the Terrapins. Since the NCAA tournament field expanded to 64 teams, the Tide have reached more Sweet 16s than the likes of Tennessee, Illinois, Virginia, and Baylor. Alabama head coach Nate Oates has done tremendous things with this program since taking over. These 2 teams last met back in 2014 when Alabama won 56-50 at home. Ricky Tarrant led the victors with 24 points while the Bruins got 16 from Bryce Alford. The win snapped a 3-game losing streak for the Crimson Tide to UCLA. The Alabama Crimson Tide have played 2 different games to start the NCAA tournament, but were successful both ways. After playing a slower-paced game against Iona, it was the offense that was the difference. In the last game against Maryland, it was the offense that was elite, putting up 96 points, and that led to a 19-point victory. Alabama on the season is averaging 79.7 points per game, while their defense is giving up 69.5 points per game. Jaden Shackelford has been the best player for Alabama, averaging 14.3 points while shooting 41.2% from the field. 4 different players are averaging at least 11 points per game. Yeah, UCLA has been able to get here with 3 wins, but Michigan State, BYU, Abilene Christian, may. The Pac-12 has more than proven itself in the tournament, with the Bruins playing a huge part of that, but let's not start preparing to throw another national title on the school's pile just yet. Alabama didn't have any issues against Iona, at least after the first half, and Maryland, it's on a run of 11 wins in 12 games including the SEC championship, and it's playing like a team that's comfortable in its style. Attack with the D, shoot threes, rebound the misses. The Tide have 10 or more offensive rebounds in the last 10 games and in 12 of the last 13. Repeat. UCLA's defense has been tough in the tournament, but it's just okay overall from 3 and it doesn't force a whole lot of mistakes. The UCLA Bruins look for another win after beating Michigan State, BYU and Abilene Christian to get to this point. The UCLA Bruins are averaging 72.6 points on 46.3% shooting and allowing 67.9 points on 43.9% shooting. Johnny Juzong is averaging 15 points and 4.2 rebounds, while Chris Smith is averaging 12.6 points and 6.4 rebounds. Jamie Yaquez Jr. is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Jules Bernard is dishing 1.4 assists. The UCLA Bruins are shooting 37.3% from beyond the arc and 72% from the free throw line. The UCLA Bruins are allowing 34.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 32.7 rebounds per game. This is your classic pace mismatch, with UCLA being one of the slowest teams in the country while Alabama wants to run all game long. The Bruins have played just 4 games of 70-plus possessions that didn't end up in overtime, so if they can make this a half-court affair, they'll have a better shot. Opponents are taking 18.1 seconds per possession, which is 321st in the country. The Bruins are strong from 3-point range, sitting 28th in the country at 37.4%. Johnny Juzong and Jamie Yaquez have both been really strong during this run, as well as Cody Riley, when he has been able to stay out of foul trouble. With the injuries to Jalen Hill and Chris Smith from earlier in the season, Riley represents the only size in this lineup. So here are my betting suggestions for that game. Alabama is too solid in too many phases. The defense is strong enough inside and out to keep UCLA from grinding for points like it's been doing through the tournament. The offense is too explosive on the outside and stronger at moving the ball around, and the threes will be there in the second half to push on. Alabama is the better team in this matchup and they will have no issue getting the job done. UCLA isn't going to keep up, and that will be the difference in this game. Back Alabama to come away with a cover of the spread. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Alabama minus 4.5. UCLA is 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 games played on Sunday. Alabama is 8-1 against the spread in their last 10 games against the Pac-12. Alabama is 2-5-1 against the spread in their last 8 games played on Sunday. Most projected this matchup to be between Texas and Alabama, but UCLA crashed the party. On the one hand, the Bruins are in a good rhythm and have the pieces to make things interesting here. On the other, the Crimson Tide can beat you with either a really stifling defense or an offense capable of putting up nearly 100 points on any night. I'll go with the versatility of the SEC champs, but I think UCLA keeps it close for at least a half. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 143.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.